the soccer league, we want this, we want that. Plus you got to go to the different committees in town and say, okay, we want your minutes or whatever, but to save time down the road, you think maybe you guys could put that on your agenda to discuss the policy of the website, how you're going to run it, because it's really up to you guys to make those decisions.
We can appoint a subcommittee of town board members to do
Okay.
that.
The
Thank you, Jane.
second thing is, why don't you, since you're here, Virginia, and on one Saturday a month, and Rita is, why don't you invite Kelsey, Cooper, and even Molinaro?
Molinaro, so I met with him this morning. We've already talked about that.
So if the door's open here, they could sit here, and people could come in, and it would be like a mobile whatever, and they could come that one Saturday. And plus, I'm not saying they shouldn't come to the meetings, but I would like to see Cooper come to a meeting. That would be a good thing, to have more access to these folks, and you could ask them questions. The other thing is, if there's all these budget shortfalls coming down the road, maybe you guys ought to look at the budget and go through it. You're a money man, Mark. You're a set of new eyes. You guys kind of were there when it was getting put together in the fall, but maybe it's time to look at it again, just a suggestion. And the other thing is, there's a book, the Common Ground book by John Nolan. I think it would be helpful to Mark and to Tom. This guy is from the Pace Law Center. He wrote a book called Common Ground. It isn't our master plan or any of these documents that people are talking about, but what it is it goes step by step and explains the underpinnings of the legalities of a town, setting a comprehensive plan, and then how zoning code flows from that, and what towns can and cannot do. And he cites chapter and verse different law cases, but it really gives you kind of an overview of zoning and master planning. It's pretty good. It will help you to kind of understand Stanford's stuff a lot better. And it's very readable, very accessible. So you have some copies, maybe you can give one to these guys.
Thank you, Jan.
And congratulations, Chris.
Thank you. Bob?
Okay, Walter, 1856 Bullhead Road, 12581. I'm a little concerned about the mess we got over on the Willowbrook and Market Lane there on the corner. Nothing's been happening, and that's really building up fast here again. So I think we'll have better action on that.
Thank you, Bob.
I know it's a mess. It's really a mess now.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Carol Hanlon?
Carol Hanlon, Oxley. With the exception of some very important people in this room, I've been to more codes committee meetings last year. I was 14 out of the 16, and so I am very familiar with the codes committee reports and the maps and everything else they've done. And I would like to point out to the board that the turnaround time for getting this process done is probably much longer than people realize. And my concern is that it's not just the master plan or the comprehensive plan that has to be redone, it's the zoning that has to be finished. And we have a moratorium in front of us, which we can extend again. I think it's the 6th time, is that right? But having from now until the end of the year only to complete the first moratorium, I'm not sure that everybody is familiar with some of the current issues that need to be addressed immediately. And I'll give you an idea. There's a sewer and water study that was, and I don't even know if it's legal now, that was approved by the Codes Committee that's being done by Dave Klauser, that we've been billed for, that nobody is taking care of. We share that expense with Dutchess County Sewer and Water Authority. They haven't been billed, we have. We haven't seen any work come out of it. We don't know where it is. So legally, I don't know where we stand with it. That's one of the big issues. The second issue is we had a contract that expired in December, and nobody's gone forward with that. The second thing is that we had a contract with the, correct me if I'm wrong, Dutchess County Planning and Development to do all of our maps. And while they gave us the maps were only for drafts. And there's still an open issue as to where we are with the maps and what we plan to do and how we're going to continue and put them in final form and bill us for that as well. Okay? These are not issues that can wait 6 months to be addressed. I mean, I don't know legally where we stand. I'm just telling you what I know are immediate open issues that pertain to the master plan. And there's money in the town budget for the master plan, comprehensive plan. There's $20,000 in there. The Dave Clauser money was going to be billed against that $20,000 because it wasn't billed last year. All right, the invoice is sitting on Bonnie's desk. The other thing that needs to be done is to get a planner. Okay, any comprehensive plan cannot work without a planner. We currently don't have a planner. Neil Wilson has indicated he really does not want to go forward with that. I just want the town board to be aware of the fact that it takes at least 4 months to get a planner from the time you RFP it to the time you actually appoint him. So if you're 4 months into the process at that point, and the committee hasn't, it's been approved to have a committee, and the committee hasn't been established, you're way into the summer by the time you start working on this plan. Okay, and I just point this out because time is passing, and the more time that passes, the longer this is going to get dragged out, and more moratoriums and more planning problems are going to happen. That's it.
Thank you. One more, it's already 10 o'clock. Anybody else? All right, I make a motion that we close this town board meeting.
I'll second that. I'll third.
All in favor?
Yeah.
We are all in favor.
So I want to put cardboard